Hey guys, welcome back. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be starting to share some videos with you guys, just to give you an idea, basically some workouts you can do while you're at the comfort of your own home. Okay. The first routine that I'm going to show you for the first week or so, probably a couple of videos, is body weight resistance. Okay, there's a lot of exercises you can do at home that doesn't require any equipment whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to show you, take you through a whole basic routine that I think is sufficient to work the whole entire body. Certain exercises that will challenge you a little bit, others will be a little bit easier. If there's some exercises that you find a little bit challenging, I'm going to make sure to post some regressions as well for you so you know exactly um, what to do and how to do them. Okay, so I'm going to start off. We're going to start off with certain exercises. Now, what I want you guys to do is you can do it in several ways. You can do one exercise, target it for about 2 to 3 sets, about 12 to 15 reps in between. Okay, and then you rest for about 45 seconds. You do one exercise doing that variation, then right after you go into the next exercise. Or if you want, for you advanced clients, okay, or advanced people that do these workouts, you're more than welcome to do it in a vertical loading fashion, okay, or you can also do a circuit fashion. So you can do all the exercises together, rest for about a minute, and then do it again for another couple sets, okay. So that's what I recommend for those of you who are a little bit more advanced. Okay, so we're going to start off. All right, this is a full body weight resistance workout. Okay, so no equipment whatsoever. All we're going to use is this mat that I have down here. Okay, and then we're going to go along and do some exercises standing up and others on the ground. Okay, so the first exercise I'm going to have you do is squat jumps. So the squat jumps, remember, you're going to come down, squat, and then come up for a jump. Come back down, squat, up for a jump. Okay, you're going to do these, okay, anywhere between 12 to 15 reps, okay? Or if you want as well, if you want to do it by time, you can do 20 to 30 seconds, okay? A regression of that, if for those of you who have problems with your knees, you're more than welcome to do just regular body weight squats. And again, you can also decrease the range of motion from your hips and your knees. It'll allow you to just kind of do a minor squat, okay, half squat, or you can do a full squat to 90 degrees if your body can handle it. Come straight back up. Now remember, when you're doing the squats, come down, bend your hips, bend your glutes, try to keep your back as straight as possible. Okay, working on to the next exercise right after that. So remember, after this one, for those of you who are a little bit more beginners, you're going to rest for about 45 seconds, then go into the next exercise, which is jumping jacks. So jumping jacks, you're going to do these 12 to 15 reps or 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, then right after that, you're going to take a little break for about 45 and then go to the next exercise. Or if you want, you can just do that exercise 2 or 3 sets and then go to the next one after that. Whatever you feel more comfortable doing. Remember, the important thing is to get to know your body, know your limitations, and try to work through with that, okay? Then after that, we're going to go down to the ground, and we're going to do some plank jacks. Now, these right here are a variation of the regular planks. Planks can be done in several ways. There are static planks and dynamic planks. This is a dynamic plank. So what we're trying to do here is we're coming forward like this. I'm just going to put this to the side. Okay, you're going to hold the plank like this in the position. Okay, now this one right here, basically, you're going to come forward. I'm going to show you the leg pattern. You can do taps side to side like this, or you can come one after the other, switching the leg pattern. Okay, so side to side. Okay, for those of you who are a little bit more challenged, don't have enough core strength, side to side is a lot easier to do. Okay, for those of you more advanced, you're more welcome to do the actual planks, side to side like this, together with the legs. Okay, that's a great exercise to really challenge your core, especially your lower back a little bit, working a little bit of the glutes, and also targeting specifically your mid and lower section. Okay, the next one we're going to do after that, okay, is a progression of that, which is mountain climbers. Now, the mountain climber is a little bit tough to do as well. What I recommend is that you put your hands down on the ground like this, plant yourself, keep your arms straight. Okay, you're going to extend your body, and then you're going to bring your knees in. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to alternate the legs. Okay, going back and forth, alternating. Okay, and you're going to do that for about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, take a little breather if you need to. For those of you more advanced people, go straight to the next exercise without even stopping. All right, these are challenging exercises for a lot of people. Okay, It's a lot of cardio work and a lot of body weight resistance. So if you feel that after one exercise you need to take a break, for those of you who are starting off, please feel free. Okay, for those of you who are a little more advanced, who have done this kind of HIIT style work before, high interval training, you're more than welcome to do the whole pattern and then rest for about a minute, minute and a half, and do the whole pattern again. Okay. Okay, so now we're working our way up. The next exercise we're going to do now is squat with wide leg raise. Now these right here are a variation of the traditional squat. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to target a little bit more those IT bands and those medial part of your glutes. Okay, so we're going to come down for a squat like this, and as you come up, you're going to do a leg raise. Then come down for a squat again, and then come up for a leg. So it's a great exercise to target this part of your hips as well, your IT band, and also your medial glutes, not just working the midsection, and also your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. So you're trying to target a little bit of everything here. You're going to alternate the legs back and forth. Okay, so wonderful exercise to incorporate as well. You're going to do that right after. Okay, knowing your progressions or regressions. Okay, that's a good exercise to do as well. Okay, then after that, we're going to work our way over, and we're going to do squat jump again. So this is basically the first section, then you kind of do another section together with it. So we're going to come back again, do a squat and jump. Okay? And again, you're more than welcome to do body weight squats. For those of you who have a little bit of a challenge in your lower back, or especially your knees, please feel free to just do the regular body weight squats. They're still very effective. Okay, and then we're going to go into straight leg kickbacks. So these last two exercises that I'm going to show you right now are specifically working the lower part of your glutes and also your hamstrings. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is you're going to basically come down in a position in all fours. You're going to hold this position right here. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to stay in this position. Okay, and we're going to do a kickback, which is basically lifting the leg up. So you're going to start here. Okay, all fours position. Lift your leg up, and then come back down. So what we're trying to target here is your hamstrings, specifically your glutes. Now, for those of you who want to target your glutes a little bit more, what we're trying to do is you're going to lift and come up a little bit higher. The higher up you go, the more activation on the glutes. Okay, so whatever you feel you want to work on a little bit more, you're more than welcome to target. And they're going to alternate the leg and do the same thing. So remember, with these unilateral exercises, okay, what we're trying to target is 12 to 15 reps each leg. So you're going to do one leg, then the other, and then we'll take a break, okay, for about 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, so then the last one I'm going to show you is standing up. So this one right here also targets the hamstrings, but you're focusing a little bit more on the glutes. So these are what we call lunge step throughs. Now the step throughs, you want to make sure you come forward like this. You're going to come down, bend your hips first, knees behind your toes, and then you're going to come back with the same leg and do the same thing again. Then come forward, come down, come forward, and then back, and do the same thing. You'll see after about 8 to 10 reps, you're really going to feel a strong activation on the glutes. It's a good exercise to build strength and endurance in that area. And then after that, once you're done, you can either take a break depending on how you feel. I recommend taking a break for about 40 to 45 seconds and then switch and do the other leg. So same thing, you're going to come down, bend your hips, knees behind the tip of your toes, come back with the same leg, and do it again. So you're basically just doing a forward and back motion, front lunge and rear lunge combo, trying to target that glute. All right. Again, you're also activating your quads and hamstrings, but your primary focus is your glutes. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move into the next section, which is we're working a little bit of the chest and a little bit of the arms. Okay. So the chest and the arms, we're going to start off with a traditional push-up. Okay. A great body weight exercise. Again, don't need any equipment on this one whatsoever. Push-ups are great to really activate the chest, the shoulders, and also the triceps. Okay, chest, shoulders, and the triceps. And they also target a little bit of your core, using it as a stabilizer muscle as well. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're going to come down. 2 ways you can do this. In normal stance push-up, okay, you're going to start in this position. You're going to come down. Okay, try to get basically your elbows are going to be parallel to your shoulders, and then you're going to come straight back up. You're basically doing a full range push-up. Come down here and then come straight back up. Now, for those of you who have trouble doing a full push-up, and that requires a little bit more strength in the core and also your rotator cuff muscles to stabilize you, it's not a problem whatsoever. Use your knees to support you. Knees down to the ground. Use the knees as momentum. You want to come down and do the same exact thing. Okay? So this is another variation of doing the push-up. Okay, if you still find this challenging, what I recommend is by doing it on an inclined position. So you could do it on a couch, for example, or you can do it on a chair, maybe a table. That'll allow you basically to start off in a minimal point and slowly work your way down. As you get stronger, you'll feel it after a while. You can slowly work your way down the ladder. Start off on an incline and work your way down to the floor, okay? For those of you who are beginning. So the next exercise after that, we're going to target is an up and down plank. Now these right here, okay, this is for the shoulders primarily. You're targeting your core, your shoulders, and also a little bit of the chest. So what we're trying to do here is we're starting off in this position. Okay, now what you're trying to do is you're going to alternate. So you're going to come down, and then you're going to do the same pattern up. So you're basically bending your elbows, bringing them down to the mat, up. Okay, now make sure after about 2 or 3 reps you switch up the pattern. Start off with your left, and then work your way up to your right. Left, and then right. Okay, so make sure you alternate so you give your shoulders a little bit of time to breathe. Okay, so that's a great exercise, really building a lot of strength and endurance in your shoulders, obviously a little bit of the upper back, and also your core and your chest. Okay, and then we're going to get into some lower back work. So the lower back can be challenged as well on the ground. A lot of people forget that the lower back is an important muscle group. Probably one of the most important muscle groups in terms of core stabilization. Okay, so you got to make sure to do some work with that too. So what I'm going to show you is a Superman. So the Superman hold is basically coming across and holding yourself in this position like this. Okay? Now the Superman hold is basically going up and down. Now you can do this dynamically too by just coming down and up. Okay? Slowly strengthening that back. About 2 to 3 seconds on the way up, 2 to 3 seconds on the way down. And a variation of that is basically holding the Superman and then working the arms as well. Do a little arm movement, okay? Focusing on that scapula, okay, adduction, abduction. Okay, really allowing you to work the arms a little bit. It's another great variation. And then you can come back and maybe do a Superman again. Okay, just up and down dynamic, flexion, extension of the lower back, of the lumbar. Okay, so it's a wonderful variation. And then to finish up, do some triceps. So for the triceps, what I recommend is basically working your way like this. You're going to start off in this position. Okay, 2 ways you can do this. So the dips I recommend is you're lifting yourself up a little bit, using your feet, okay, to push you. You're going to hold your feet, bend your knees, and as you come down, you're going to work your way down to the ground. Again, what I recommend is if you can do it, if you have a step available, please feel free to use a step. All right, it could give you a little bit of a higher rise, so you can actually increase that range of motion as you go up and down. As you can see, I only have it on the ground, but you can more than welcome to use a step or a riser, or you can do this on a chair or something to give you a little bit more range of motion to where you work your tris. Now, some of you may have some trouble with your shoulders when you're doing this. What I recommend is that you do tricep push-ups. Now, the tricep push-ups are basically closer in. Okay, again, you can also use your knees on this one too to help you, to support you. Okay, so use your knees. You're going to come down like this. Keep your feet as close to your hands as close to your rib cage as possible. And you're going to work your way down. Make sure your elbows are basically right next to your rib cage. Then you're activating a little bit more of the triceps on this one than as a primary muscle basically, and the chest is a secondary muscle. So that's definitely what I recommend on that one. Okay, and then we're going to move over a little bit to the abs. So the abs, there's a lot of variations you can do. What I recommend, a good progression to starting off like this. 3 exercises. You're going to start off by doing a crunch, abdominal crunch. Okay, right after that you're going to work in some knee tucks, okay, some knee ins. Okay, and then right after that you can focus on some bicycle crunches. Okay, basically alternating side to side, elbow to the opposite knee. And then to finish off, what I recommend is by holding up the plank. Okay, so a plank position, it's a regular plank, holding that position as best you can. It's a great way to finish up. Okay, so those 4 exercises, what I recommend is doing them together. Okay, about 2 to 3 sets each, about 20 to 30 seconds on each one, and that should be a pretty good workout. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, this is the first video that I'm going to be posting. There's going to be other ones down the line, but I definitely recommend you continuously doing this for me 2 to 3 days a week. All right, these kind of workouts are wonderful for you to keep you going, keep you active at least. If you're the kind of person that's staying at home and don't have a lot of time to be outdoors, or don't have any access to any gyms, definitely recommend you doing these kind of works at home. I'll be posting more videos throughout the week and also the following upcoming weeks as well. Try to mix it up a little bit, obviously. Doing some stuff with resistance, other stuff with not. So hope you guys can follow along and at least enjoy some of these workouts. And let me know what you think. All right? Take care. Subscribe.